On July 28, 2019, a major operational error by air traffic control caused a large passenger plane to collide with another aircraft during takeoff. The impact was so intense that the lower aircraft exploded on the spot, scattering into pieces. The larger plane, already airborne, had no chance of aborting the takeoff or returning to the runway. At first, everything seemed normal. The plane looked intact, but that illusion didn't last long. As it climbed past 1,000 meters, the aircraft suddenly began to shake violently. A deafening bang echoed through the sky as the left engine exploded, sending thick smoke streaming from the side of the fuselage. Inside the cabin, hundreds of passengers screamed in terror. The captain, startled and momentarily overwhelmed, felt his heart freeze. But as an experienced pilot, he forced himself to regain control and immediately contacted ground control, reporting the emergency. By then, the plane was clearly becoming more and more unstable. He tried desperately to keep the aircraft steady, but the situation continued to worsen. Searching for any possible landing spot, he looked down to see a crowded downtown area and, just ahead, a busy highway. Landing there would trigger unimaginable devastation. Meanwhile, the aircraft had already fallen to an altitude of barely 200 meters. Then, another disaster struck. The communication system failed. The captain could no longer reach the control tower. Now flying blind, he could only circle helplessly in the sky, trying to buy precious seconds. But danger didn't stop there. Directly ahead stood a massive chemical plant. If the plane hit the towering chimney, the resulting explosion would wipe out everything within tens of kilometers. Terrified, the captain made a sharp emergency turn to avoid the plant, but the maneuver pushed the aircraft out over open sea. A cold sweat rolled down his forehead. A water crash would tear the plane apart instantly. At the same time, the right engine began spiraling out of control, and the entire aircraft trembled on the verge of collapse. He fought to pull the plane away from the water, but the controls no longer responded. After several agonizing minutes, the nightmare reached its peak. The aircraft lost all stability, flipped over midair, and plunged straight into the sea. Could the passengers possibly survive such a crash? Stay tuned for the next episode.